Hello everyone. Yeah. Any questions for me before I get started?
Yeah, Arun?
Yep.
Yeah, hi. I had a question about the method next double with the scan object. Every time
Mm-hmm.
I use it, like every now and then I'll get an exception, but it is not always there.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried adding a system.out println statement, so that helps in not having the exception every time,
Okay.
but
So
it's very unpredictable.
okay. Can you let me know what is the exception message?
Uh, okay, what was it? Uh, Type mismatch.
So what exactly the problem was? Before accepting the double, you are accepting a string, right?
I was just writing scan dot next double.
No,
I'm
no,
not.
no. Before that, what are you reading?
Let
Before
me check.
see, double is nothing but what exactly? Why are you reading the double? Double is for amount, right?
Right.
Before accepting the amount, what is the other thing? What is the other input you are accepting?
I was accepting a number, I guess. Let me just check.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I was accepting a string. Yes.
Yeah, you are accepting a string, and sometimes you give the string value as a word. Sometimes you give it as a more than word, right?
Uh-huh.
So normally, suppose if you write your name, sometimes you give Ishita, sometimes you
Uh-huh.
give Ishita space Chakravarti, right?
Okay.
So scanner.next will able to read only the characters till the white space.
Okay.
And after the white space, whatever you give, that will go as a input to the second next call.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So in case if you want to read more, in case if you want to read after white space, then you
Uh-huh.
should use next line method for string.
Okay.
When you want to
Oh,
read a string, there are two things. If you want to read only till a white space,
uh-huh.
scanner.next. If you want to read beyond white space, it is scanner.next line. So
Okay.
what happens if you use scanner.next is it will read only till the white space. After the white space, whatever the characters you have, that
Uh-huh.
goes as a input to the next call.
Okay. Okay.
So that was the problem. You got a type mismatch, right? So it was string
Yeah,
which was
I
getting
was
into a double variable.
Yeah, I was freaking out because it happens sometimes and then it doesn't happen, so I was not able to get what's going on.
And any other question? You have any other question or is it good?
Oh no, I don't. Thank you.
Hi Arun, the string class we can only do the void with the void only. Then how can we return the values from the string class?
I didn't get you. Can you come again?
Yeah, the string method. If we are doing further the customer information, the string we have to do that string method only, right? But if you are doing the string with the method, then how we can do that return value? Because the string, whenever we are doing the string, the method is asking only with the void.
Let me do this. Can you let me know which program are you talking about? It was
Yeah,
day
the
5.
the bank only, the customer, the bank.
Okay. So are you talking about this?
Yeah.
This was day 4. Okay. I think you are asking about day 4 assignment.
Yeah, the assignment, no, in that assignment, the customer detail, we are getting it and we are passing to that account, right, that bank.
Okay. So when you say
And
open
if we
account,
want, yeah, if we want to display the account, the display the customer detail, because the name and SSN and gender all are in string. If for the string, with the string variable, the method is only for the void, right? If you are passing the string variable, the method is taking as a void only, right?
Okay, just give me a minute. So are you talking about displaying the records?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you talk about displaying the records, so what I suggest is you need to return two things. Where you are displaying the records, are you displaying the records in the bank or are you displaying the records in the run bank?
I want to do in the bank, so so I can call the method in the run bank. If I pass the account number, I am passing the account number from that run bank, and I'm getting all the associated with the account number. I am getting the information. I am writing a method for that only in the bank.
Okay, so let me finish it off. This is what you're talking about, right? So there are two things here. That's the reason I said, I think you might be doing like this, right?
Yeah.
And you are passing input as a long.
Yeah.
Now in this case, you have to print the output here itself.
Oh, okay.
Now in this scenario, you have to print the output here itself. There is no other option. You cannot return it back.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, because in the void method we cannot return the value. So anyway, we have to display in the bank itself. So bank, we have to run the bank.
No, you can display it here.
Okay.
All right. Once you find the information, you can display it here, and you can just call it from the run bank like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
So what you can do is you can just invoke the method and it gets printed from there. What is that method call you have? Display, right?
Display, yeah. So
pass the method. Okay.
okay. Bank.display. Okay.
This is option 1, where you can write the display implementation here itself. You can print all the statements here. Okay. But the concern is, we were talking about, right, we should not use system.out.println in these programs. Only in the run program we are trying to use the system.out.println, right? Yes, that is what our agenda, no? We are not using system.out. That is, we are not using println statements anywhere. We are in the run program. So I have a solution for that too. So instead of void as a return type, what you can do is you can have customer as your return type. Okay.
Okay.
You can have your customer as a return type, and you can pass account number, then you have your for loop, right?
Yeah.
Now here customers of I dot get the account and get the account number. If it is equal to the given account number, if that matches, look at this part. Return. What I am returning now? I am returning a customer object, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Done.
So get.
So instead of display, I'll say get customer. Okay. So if the customer is found, I return the customer. If the customer is not found, I return null. Okay. So after completing the loop, if I don't find any account with the number, then I'll return null value.
Okay.
Then what I do it on the run bank is, right, now I check here, is that customer null or not? If it is not null, then you have a data to print. Otherwise, I give a message, no customer found with given ID or given account number. Is it clear?
Okay. Yeah. Now I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other question or good?
Yeah, but in the string, if you are declaring the method in the string, what other options? We have any other options, or only the void is the only option, or we have to do with these kind of things only?
No, that's what I'm suggesting, right? If you make up your mind not to use println inside the bank, then go for the second approach.
Okay.
But
So
what
this is the only option, right?
Yeah,
No,
what-
if you are, I'm in general, I'm asking if you in any other program, if you are not going to print it in the same thing, if you are using the string as well, so we have to create some class like this one to pass the variables, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the right approach too, because I was telling you, right? Tomorrow, if I want to scale this application to something else, I cannot use this method, because system.out.println only print it on the console. It won't print on the web pages.
Okay.
So the second approach is the right approach, rather than the first one. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Any other question?
No, thank you, Arun.
Yeah. Yep. Ishta, you have other question?
No, I didn't raise my hand.
Okay. No, I see there. So fine. All right. All right. So let me add an activity. So it will be basing on inheritance, and so there was something I spoke about, something called as an has a relationship. Customer has an account. So there is something else called as an is a relationship. Now what is this is a relationship? If you look at yesterday's example, commercial customer is a customer. Personal customer is a customer. So the relationship between the customer and personal customer is is a relationship. The relationship between the commercial customer and customer is a relationship. So whenever we use extends, the relationship is a relationship. But whenever we create an object, in the customer class, if we create an account object, customer has an account, so has a relationship. So now I would like to get that activity which involves both is a relationship as well as has a relationship. We are into day.6. Now, the similar kind of stuff, instead of typing, creating the classes, I just go and pick it from there. So I have a customer who got the customer ID and the name. ID, name and address. I got a commercial customer, got contact person and contact person phone. I also have a personal customer, home phone and work phone. Now for every customer, I want to give a unique identification number. For every customer, I want to give a unique identification number. Alright. So what I do is, as we know one familiar technique, private, static, long, customer counter, assign it to what? 1000. Then every time you create a customer object, I did this. So ID gets generated. Since ID is generated, I don't need a setter method for the ID, because customer won't choose his ID. So I just need a getter method to it to return the ID. So I have a customer ID, then and customer ID, customer name, customer address, then customer ID is auto generated and name is given by the customer. Then you have a commercial customer, you have a personal customer. Now let me introduce account here. Now what do you see in the account? Private, long account number, private, double balance, private, long account number, private, double balance, and what else we have? I think that's it. Fine. You got an account number, you got a balance. Then how do we get the account number? As usual, I pick it up. Private, static, long, account counter, then I got a constructor. Then every time an account object is created, account number is generated. Since account number is already generated, I generate the rest of the things. I need a get method for account number. For balance, I need both get balance and set balance. It's done. So every customer must have an account. Every customer must have an account. A customer has an account. Every bank customer must have an account. If you open an account, then only becomes the customer of the bank, right? So Here we go. Guys, everybody got the problem? Are you able to hear me? Or no? Okay, Pradipti, you still cannot hear me? Okay. Alright. Now every customer has an account. So what I do is, as soon as the customer object is created, I will open an account for him. As soon as the customer object is created, I will open an account for him. Since account is created when the customer is created, I don't need a setter method for account. I just need a get method. This seems to be good. Now what next? What next is, let me create your bank class. So for a bank, how many types of customers you have now? Guys, focus here. This is something important. My bank got two types of customers. My bank got two types of customers. He can be a personal customer or can be a commercial customer. Can be a personal customer or can be a commercial customer. Personal customer or commercial customer. So here we go. I have a personal customer array. And to maintain this personal customer array, what do I need? To maintain this personal customer array, I need a counter. Because to manipulate an array, we need a variable. Then you have a commercial customer array. Again, to maintain a commercial customer array, we need a variable. So I have two arrays, and to manipulate every array, I need a variable. Now I can say public void open account. So in order to open account, what all the information one is needed? Name and the address. Now let's say here we are allowing zero balance account. If it is not a zero balance account, then somebody need to pass the value. Somebody need to pass the value of balance. So you got a name and you got an address. Now you need to open an account for him. Alright, you need to open an account for him. So here the thing is, first thing is you need to understand what type of customer is he? Personal customer or commercial customer? So that's going to be a challenge. So instead of open account, let's say create personal customer and pass personal customer object. Similarly, create commercial customer. So you have options. You can take here, instead of object, you can just take, hey, pass the name, pass the address, pass the home phone, pass the work phone. Commercial customer, same stuff. You got a name, you got the address, contact person, contact person phone. So you pass the information to asking us to create an account. Since they are zero balance account, you are not passing the balance amount. Now, first thing, if I want to open an account, what I need to check is, do I have the provision to allow this customer? That is, what is your P-counter value? If your P-counter value is less than your array size, then you allow the customer. Right? Otherwise, return -1, that indicates account not created. So let's change the return type from void to int, or it is int or long, because I want to return the account number. So I use long. Now I would like to create an object. Personal customers of P counter. I'm creating an object for personal customer and I pass the name of the customer. Because if you see, the personal customer constructor is taking a string parameter and pass it to the parent. And what the parent will do? Parent will set the name of the customer, generate the ID, create the account. So when you create an object for personal customer, it sets the name, generates ID, and creates account. So your constructor is doing a lot of work for you. Now once setting the name, generating the ID, and creating the account is done, what else we do? You set the remaining, set the address, guys, do you have any difficulty in hearing me, or is it good? Okay. Yeah, because I just see a message here. So you got a set address. Set home phone. Set work phone. It's done. So you set the name, you set the address, you also set the home phone and the work phone. You also set the home phone and the work phone. So what we are left with? So after setting all the values, we should give the customer the ID back, the account number. So personal customers of get account and get the account number and give it back to him. Give it back to him. Now the question arises is, there is also a customer ID, there is also a customer ID, there is also an account number. I want to tell my customer both of them. I want to tell my customer both of them. Then what is the solution? If I want to tell him both, then what is the solution? I cannot return both the values, right? So I change my return type to personal customer, and I return personal customer P counter. But before I return, I should increment this, right? So that next time I point to something else. But when I say P counter plus plus, it moves to the next customer, whom I should return, the previous customer. Now I'll be returning if the customer object is created. Now in case if the customer object is not created, then what I'll return? I'll return null to him. I return null to him. Similarly, I'll quickly finish it off for commercial customer 2. Just need to have C counter, there is something wrong. Right? Then here too. Then return type. Then commercial customer, he don't have the home phone and the work phone. So he just have what? He got something else. It's not home phone. It should be set contact person. set contact person phone. It's done. So you created both personal as well as commercial. Now, when he logs into any of the bank site, when he logs into a web, or when he visit the bank, he don't come back and tell everybody that, okay, hey, I'm a personal customer or I'm a commercial customer. Alright? He don't comes back and tell every time that, you know, I'm a personal customer or I'm a commercial customer. So with the help of the ID, they were able to identify. So with the help of the ID, they were able to identify. So when he comes back, this is what he says. Public, get the customer, and he may supply customer ID, or he may supply customer ID, or he may supply account number. So you can see here. Get the customer by customer ID. And there should be another method. Get a customer by customer ID, or get a customer by account number. I have a question. So he comes back and gives us account number, or he comes back and gives us customer ID. But he can be a personal customer or he can be a commercial customer, right? Then what should be my return type? Is my return type should be a personal customer or commercial customer?
Yeah, we can just return the superclass customer.
Perfect. So here the return type need to be what? Either personal customer or commercial customer. That was the question. Because the customer ID can be belong to a personal or commercial. Account number can be belonging to a personal or commercial. So what should be returned? So let's have it as a customer. How this is possible? Customer being a parent can hold the address of the child. Customer being a parent can hold the address of the child. Customer being a parent can hold the address of the child. So customer can be of type personal or commercial. Now let me add the logic. Here we go. Again. Now the thing is, where I need to search, there are two arrays. So you need to search in the both. So take a boolean is found false. Now start searching in the first loop. Your loop always starts with 0. Do you go till the length? No, we don't go till the length, right? We go only till the counter. We go only till the counter. We go only till the counter. Now here, I'm going to check, or it depends on customer ID. So get the customer ID or get the ID. If it is equal to the given customer ID, perfect. Then what should we do? If it is equal to the given customer ID, then you found the customer, right? So say return, oh, before that we need to do something else. Customer equal to, you need to store your child into a parent. You need to store your child into a parent, and then you return it. But in case if you complete the loop and you don't find a customer, in case if you complete the loop and you don't find the customer, then what? So when you found the customer, you are changing the Boolean value to true. So when you come out of the loop, check what is your Boolean value. If it is still false, if the Boolean value is still false, the Boolean value is still false, then go search in the commercial customer array. If it is found in the commercial customer array, then return commercial customer object. Right? Then you return. Then in case if you don't get into any of this, then what will be the customer value? Null. So if you are returning customer value as a null, that indicates that you didn't found a customer. So you can just repeat this process. You can just repeat the process for the next. But here it is account number. Get account dot get account number. Done. Right. This is how you do this. This is fine, but the concern is when I go to the run, You got your run program here. You run the bank. Pick the main. As usual, you use your while. You go for infinite times until you exit. You create your bank object. Then you got CISO. You got your option 1. Create personal customer. Commercial, deposit, withdraw, get, right? Display customer details by customer ID. So when customer ID is given, so this is something, you can design the way, whichever the way you want. So for deposit and withdraw, you can ask for account number. For deposit and withdraw, you can ask for account number. So, or you can just do whatever you want. Within the deposit, again you have a sub menu. View account number or view whatever. You can just do it that way. You can say deposit, withdraw. Then you can say display customer details. Then what else you have? Alright. That's fine. I'll come back to the rest of the options later. Then I need a scanner to accept the input. System.in represents keyboard. Right. Then I prompt here, what would you like to do? Select the operation. Then as usual, int option is scanner.nextInt. Then you got your switch. You put the option. Case 1. Break. Oh, they are numbers, right? So we don't need single quotes. Break. I'm not doing the case 1 and case 2 because they are, oh, what happened?